someone's really struggling. They're having a lot of inner conflict, collective, with how to approach you. They want to put in effort and time into this connection. With the Eight of Pentacles, you can see he's kind of struggling a little bit. Definitely somebody that you have history with. He looks kind of tired, right? He's put in the work and effort in the past, but there's been some sort of disagreement, arguments, conflict. And I feel like this person, it's more of their inner conflict on how to come forward. This person's exhausted. I don't know. I'm just getting from this Eight of Pentacles that the no contact, the no speaking, the no effort, it's causing a lot of distress for this person, and they're contemplating how to put in effort. How do they come to you? How do they communicate? What's up? I'm Jennifer. This is Water and Fire Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a collective reading. So that means if you clicked on the video, it is all signs. It is for you, and it will be timeless. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If this does resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. If not, as it is general, check back another time. And if you are returning, thank you for all of your beautiful energy. As always, if this does resonate for you, I will put the link to the extended reading below in the description box, where we will dive even deeper into your person and really get into their feelings, what's going on in their environment, etc. All right, so let's get started. I hope everybody is doing well. What's up, everyone? All right, let's start with some oracle cards of messages here from your person, what you need to know. All right, everybody. So this is the person on your mind, person you're connecting with, person you can't get rid of. I don't know, person who's hiding outside your bedroom window. We're going to see what is going on with this person. It's definitely somebody who's struggling with the lack of effort that you've put into them as well. Longing, yeah, craving, aching, wanting. I told ya, my cards aren't lying. They're speaking the truth. All right, what else we have for the collective here? What else? Withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. Somebody that you have withdrawn from. And, you know, this feels very, I'm getting this energy also with my pre-shuffle and with these cards, that this is somebody that when you guys broke up or you kind of took a break or whatever's going on here for you, I feel like immediately it was very difficult for you, collective. And I'm getting that you have since been able to move on, or you're picking up the pieces a little bit better. And now it's like this person is going through what you went through months ago, you know, or for some of you, hell, maybe even years ago. What else? Yeah, they're sitting in that energy now. Twin flame, mirroring, sharing feelings and reflection. Definitely could be dealing with a twin. So you guys are like having that kind of unspoken communication, even though there seems to be silence and this energy of feeling withdrawn from each other. Telepathic communication coming through. Also, too, somebody's listening to music that reminds them of you. All right, I just got that. Second chance, yep. Reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. It doesn't mean you have to take this person back. It doesn't mean, you know, you guys are going to run off to Vegas. I'm just the messenger. Right? I'm just pulling the cards. You have somebody in deep, deep thought, and they're just going back and forth on, does collective want me to make an effort? What if I reach out and I get rejected? Something like that. Depth, awareness, importance, value. Somebody's understanding the value that you brought to this connection relationship. And again, I just get the sense that like whenever this went down, they were kind of okay. Maybe they quickly got involved with someone else or something like that, but now it's hitting. It's like the hangover is hitting this person months later. Make sure you stick around to the end of the reading, because as I clarify, the energy can switch up, right? Tarot's all about advice. We're not here to predict your future. It's to give you advice, and so that you can make the best possible, you know, choices and decisions for yourself. So as we go through the reading, you're going to pick up little pockets of information that you can use. And sometimes we get little surprises. All right. What does collective need to know about this person? So the person on your mind, what's going on? What is going on with this person? What can you expect from them? How's this all going to play out? Person on your mind. What can you expect? For some of you, this person has a lot going on in their life right now, and they're just feeling very overwhelmed. And your absence is adding to that feeling of loss. All right, let's check it out. We've got the Star, Major Arcana for Aquarius. Could be connecting with an Aquarius. What else do we have? We've got the Seven of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries. We're going to go through all this as we set after I set out the cards. And we've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's your twin flame. This is definitely a twin flame, y'all, if you believe in that. If you don't believe in that, I'm not going to cram it down your throat. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I am getting heavy twin flame energy. We have double confirmation here in this reading so far. And it could be for some of y'all, this person is coming to that realization. They have this kind of undeniable pull. They can't seem to get over you, or all of a sudden it's like it's hitting them. And, for some of you, they're, reading up on twin flames. And for some of you, they do recognize that, right? They know what that's all about. Some of you even had conversations with this person. But, there was a lot of hope in this connection. There was a lot of faith, but something went down. And with that Five of Wands, it could have even been just kind of like this sudden argument that got out of hand. And somebody said some things that, well, they wish they had it now. I think you guys are both guarded, but I think it's for different reasons. I think you're protecting yourself because this person hurt you in some way. And I think they're guarded because they want to come in and show you some sort of effort, but they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do because of how this thing ended. And they also have this kind of sadness around them, this unexplainable loss. For some of you, this person just never thought you would give up on them. Because they want to come in. With this Knight of Cups, said they want to come in and give you a love offer. For some of you, you have other love in your life, and this person is recognizing that. But it does feel like an apology is looming. And again, some of you are going to be in the comments, I don't want this MFer back. I don't want an apology. No pass. Okay, that's fine. And we also have to recognize the fact in tarot, it's energy. I always say on my readings, you can lead a horse to water. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. This is the energy they're sitting in. Everybody has free will. I mean, if this person completely burned a bridge and they have no way of contacting you, clearly they're not going to come in and apologize. But this is the energy they're sitting in, and this is what they'd like to do. All right, we're going to clarify. What else? Yeah, they see you as leaving them out in the cold. With the Five of Pentacles, you've turned your back on this person. It's really icy. They're out in the streets, and it's about to get cold with the fall and winter coming. But yeah, with the Five of Pentacles, it just feels like you've had enough. And they recognize that. They think that really you want nothing to do with them. Some of you have just completely blocked this person out, energetically speaking, or, every which way possible. We've got the Page of Wands, messages. They want, again, they want to reach out to you. They want to send you a message. For some of you, they've sent messages and then they delete it or they never send it. We've got Fire, Leo, Sag, Aries showing up. This deck is, with the Page of Wands in this deck, it's giving me very youthful energy. This person, maybe isn't the best with communication, but how do they feel? They feel that they want to reach out. And this is also reminding me they want to go back to simpler times when things were fun and fresh, and they're having memories of that as well. And it's provoking this person to try to reach out to you and apologize for something. The Knight of Cups on their mind is giving heavy apology. What can you expect from them? The Chariot. I think they're coming towards you. You've already moved on from this person. You've got Cancerian energy. Yeah, they're headed straight for you on the water Uber with the Chariot. They may have even called a backup water Uber in case it breaks down. But yeah, and the Chariot is very fast energy, right? This is somebody who is trying to regain control of a situation that's just gotten out of control. And that's why I keep getting this energy that maybe something sudden happened, or a misunderstanding just led to this avalanche of words and feelings, and things just got out of hand. And this person is trying to regain control, but they don't know how to do it, because I think y'all are pissed the F off. What's going on behind the scenes? What's coming that you don't see? The 8 of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. For some of you, this person's leaving another relationship. This could also indicate to us that they're trying to leave the past in the past, right? Whatever went on with you two. You definitely walked. You've definitely turned off your emotions. It was a struggle. It was difficult. This person is missing your energy. They're missing also you, like the way that you interact. It's almost like you're a different person. Like maybe you're not chasing. Maybe you moved on quickly. But that doesn't mean behind the scenes you were fine. You know, you could have been in bed for days, having a panic attack, throwing up, losing your shit, right? But what this person is seeing from you is somebody who's very strong and is able to just move on. And I think it's affecting them, but I think that it's affecting them later in the game. What's your advice? Speaking of which, the 9 of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Again, something about the way that you've handled this breakup, this fight, whatever's pulled you two apart. With the 9 of Swords, again, I think that you guys were in this energy, but I also think that you recovered a lot faster, and Spirit's giving you a pat on the back for that. But now the roles are reversed. Where Spirit's pointing out to you here, the lesson in all of this is not everybody escapes the hurt, the pain, the worry, the anxiety. It just comes at different times for people, different stages of the heartbreak. What do we got for the outcome? We've got the Strength card, Major Arcana for Leo. I don't see you doing much here, collective. You guys are strong. You've overcome a lot of obstacles. You're showing up as a lot more powerful and a lot stronger and a lot more capable of handling this pain and anxiety that's come in from this person. This person is also trying to become powerful and match your energy and come in strong. And I think it has to do with, again, this 8 of Pentacles, that 5 of Wands energy, which is all about using discernment, but at the same time being patient. And it's almost like they're really planning because they have no idea how to get to you, how to convince you, how to reach out to you. It's something like that. All right, let's clarify this bad bitch of a reading. We've got the Hierophant there at the bottom of the deck, Taurus energy, Major Arcana, and the 5 of Cups. Yeah, somebody's definitely grieving the loss of this connection, commitment. For some of you, it was a marriage, long-term relationship, or you were talking about that for the future. I also see this person seeking advice, because the Hierophant can be a spiritual teacher of some sort, right? Tarot reader, advisor, a religious counselor, something like that. It's like this higher level of learning, but it definitely has something to do with spirituality. This person could be getting readings on you, right? Because with that 5 of Cups, again, there's that loss. We see it all over. We saw it with the oracles. We see it with the tarot. They're longing to be with you. They miss you. All right, let's see what's going down here. So we're going to clarify and see what's up. All right, what does collective need to know, please, about this person on their mind? And, you know, I get that a lot, too, in the comments. Like, I don't, you know, why does this person keep showing up in my energy? You know, I left them a long time ago. I want new love. Well, because they're probably thinking about you. Clearly, you've moved on, or at least you're almost there, but this person's not. So because it's energy, that's what happens in these readings. We're absorbing their energy. And if they're thinking about you in some way, guess what's going to come through? You know, that's just kind of how it works. All right, let's see what's going on with this person for y'all. Clarify. Bad bitch of a reading. All right, let's see why the overall energy here is the Hierophant and the 5 of Cups. So why is this their overall energy? What's up here? What the hell's up with the 7 of Wands? Yeah, because you've blocked them out. You've literally blocked them, phone, you know, social media, your phone, but you've also energetically blocked them. And it's like the more you're pulling away, the lonelier they're getting and the more that they're sitting in regret. Some of you, again, this person chose incorrectly. They chose someone else and they're having big regrets about that as well now too. Why is the star here? What's this about? Aquarius energy with the Queen of Swords. A lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy there. Aquarius, Libra. Tell me more. What's the star with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, this is definitely somebody you had an investment with. I really think, whether you're male or female, with that Queen of Swords, I think you guys really intended or planned or had lots of hopes and dreams that this was really going to go the distance. It was going to go the long haul, right? Because you did invest. You saw a little bit of the return on this, but it wasn't completely finished. You didn't get everything that you put into it. But there was a long-term investment on both of your parts, right? But with that Queen of Swords, this is having to really use logic, kind of pull back. Well, yeah, I want this. This is my hope. This is my dream. This is, we've worked hard at this, something you really wanted, but you had to set some boundaries because maybe you were at some point investing too much, right? Maybe it was kind of taking over your life and you were lacking balance. So with that Queen of Swords, this is really having to take a step back and speak your mind, set some boundaries, planning on how you were going to move forward, what was best for you. Now you've got the Seven of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're blocking out like any type of breadcrumb energy. I don't know that this relationship was always like that. I think at some point there was this equal give and take. But at some point it became more of a breadcrumbing type energy. Five of Swords in reverse just flew out, so we're going to take it. And I think that you stood up for yourself and you said no more, right? With that Five of Swords in reverse, things seem to maybe kind of get a little bit manipulated in some way. And you just said, oh, hell no, I'm not doing this. And you walked away. I think it was rather sudden after something, again, some sort of argument, some sort of realization here with y'all. And you just said no more. And I think you bounced pretty fast. I think once you made up your mind and this decision was made, you were out. Why is the Knight of Cups here on this person's mind with the Moon? Yeah, they're very confused. You got Pisces, Cancerian energy. How do I come in? Would the collective even be receptive to me, to an apology, to me giving this love offer, right? Why is the Knight of Cups here with the Moon? That Moon is bringing some confusion and haze with the Nine of Wands. But they're going to keep trying. You got the Wounded Warrior with the Nine of Wands. There's fear with that Nine of Wands. There's anxiety with the Nine of Wands and the Moon on their mind. Again, I keep getting this person trying to communicate or reach out, and either they can't get through or they delete the message, or it's something like that is going on. You've got this person in a frenzy. They might be in bed throwing up with a panic attack. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Because of the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Collective is saying, I don't need shit from you. I don't need anybody. They see you or they feel you going through this huge glow up with that Nine of Pentacles. Very confident, independent energy, really focusing on your security, finances, career, kind of like pouring into yourself, maybe eating better, working out, like just taking good care of yourself because you said no more. You turned your back on this person, the situation, and you started to focus on yourself. And they admire that. So whether they can see this happening or they've heard this happening, something like that, it's very appealing and attractive to this person. And again, I'm just getting this, like you guys put your foot down and you've evolved. And they don't really know what to do with that. Maybe that wasn't you in the past, Why is the Page of Wands here? Because of the King of Cups. This person has a lot of love for you. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be a water sign. They want to express that to you with that Page of Wands. And I'm getting to, because the Page of Wands is often delivering good news of some sort. And, I'm getting with that King of Cups, this person is feeling, they hope that you have that love for them still. Because you did at one point. I feel like this was a very strong connection. Again, we've got that twin flame energy. It's very hard to break that, right? You can't, right? You do your best to evolve and to learn from it. It's a very difficult dynamic. We often don't end up with our twin flame. They're here to teach us a very painful lesson, and it sucks. But that's what I'm getting also from this person is, does collective still love me? Give me a sign. They want some sort of sign, some sort of recognition. And then I think this person would feel a lot more confident and feel safe, reaching out to you in some way, but this person still has very deep emotions for you. Some of you have children with this person, or a child with the Knight of Pentacles. Again, cautious. Virgo, Taurus energy. They feel like they have to really take their time. This is just somebody trying to get their ducks in order, and they're also really trying to get a feel from you somehow, telepathically, energetically speaking. If they can't reach you, literally, because they're blocked in some way, they're planning, they're crawling towards you with that Knight of Pentacles. And again, there's this energy of, have I waited too long, right? Did I take too long to straighten something out here, to reconcile differences, to express my emotions and my regret? And that's what they're feeling. Moving forward, we've got the Chariot, sign of Cancer, with the Fool. Yeah, they're going to take a risk. They're going to actually finally go for it here. Again, we get that twin flame dynamic where it's like you can resist it as much as you want. I've got two people here who are resisting. I think you've resisted, or you are resisting to better yourself because something here just wasn't for you anymore. It was making you vibrate on a low level, right? And by walking away and turning your back, you were able then to manifest more money, more prosperity with your career, in your life, loving yourself again, feeling good again. That's what it was. For this person, it feels like it was more ego and being stubborn. But they will take a risk with that Fool. They're coming fast, probably faster than you expect, with the Chariot and the Fool. Why is the Eight of Cups here in the hidden factors? What's this Eight of Cups about? And the Devil, sign of Capricorn, major arcana. Why is the Devil here? Let's get another card on that. The Devil. With the Hermit. So with the Devil and the Hermit on that Eight of Cups, ever since you walked away, this person's been like obsessively trying to find out what you're up to. They're, they're obsessed. And it's because of the Hermit, sign of Virgo, because you guys have gone ghost. You've pulled away. You're doing a lot of soul searching. So is this person. Again, you guys are mirroring each other because you're twin flames. But again, something about you just walking and shutting off your emotions has, it's driving this person crazy. They're obsessing with that Devil energy. And again, maybe you guys haven't really pulled away like this from this person before. Maybe you were always the one to chase or run after. What's this Nine of Swords? What is this about? Yeah, oh my God, with the 10. This person's losing their effing mind. This person may be in bed. The Nine of Swords closure to the 10 of Swords, this cycle will complete. The cycle that you've had with them that they're going through right now with that 10 of Swords, but this is not fun energy. This is, I'm not sleeping well, I'm hurting. How do I get out of this? It's a lot of fear about this ending. There's something with this energy that is showing us, oh my God, is it really over this time? It can't be. It can't be over. That's their energy. I can't, how am I going to get through this? They're hurting. This is very, very painful. And again, it feels like with the 9 and 10 there that maybe this has been a repetitive cycle, or you've had some sort of really long history with this person. It doesn't have to be for all of you, but there's a lot of pain here. And I think, again, I go back to the beginning of reading that 9 and 10 of Swords. I think you guys went through that earlier on. And now the energy is switching. Now they're sitting in that energy, not knowing what the hell to do about it. Because at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Cups. There's that, soulmate or twin flame. In this reading, this energy is screaming twin flame energy. And if it's not, it's a very high level soulmate. And they're coming to that realization. That's why they're sitting in that 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords energy. It was actually showing like this, clarified by the 10 of Swords. I can't live without the collective. What am I going to do? How do I get them back? Again, for some of you, this person chose incorrectly, and they are kicking themselves because of that today. Look at the burdens. Another 10 of Wands. They feel guilt. They feel shame. This whole thing is very heavy for them. I would not want to be this person right now. What's this strength card? Why is this here? The sign of Leo and the Magician. They're remaining patient because they're trying to figure out how to manifest you back with all the conflict and all the hurt and all the pain, but also that energy of, I don't know what else to do. I have to get you back in my life. This person is currently manifesting you. I think for a lot of you, they're trying to manifest communication or some sort of signal or some sort of sign that you would be receptive and open to them reaching out or to you guys working on something here. But you guys are holding back. The more you hold back with that strength card, the more they're trying to figure out how to get you back. With the Magician, yeah, reconciliation with Temperance, sign of Sagittarius is being divinely guided, and they know that. They're having this realization that this is a very spiritual connection with Temperance. You know, I feel like this person is pretty spiritual or open to astrology, tarot, you know, kind of all of that. This person has some sort of knowledge. I think that they could even be spiritually gifted in a way, but they're very open to it. This person is looking into twin flame and soulmate connections as well, if they haven't already in the past, because they can't explain it any other way. You're definitely going to hear from them. What you do with it, that's up to you. A lot of you guys are focused on new love, focused on your finances, creating something new in your life. And that's great. But for some reason, I'm pulling in their energy. And you will hear from this person. I'm telling you, there could be an apology with it. It's going to be a very small communication at first because they're trying to get a feel for how you will receive them or their communication. All right, in the extended reading, we'll dive into their feelings. I want to see what's going on in their environment, what they're going to say to you. We'll dive deeper into them and really see where this connection is going. And I want to see if you guys are receptive to it. I also want to see if y'all have new love coming in as well. So check out the extended. I will see y'all over there. That link will be below. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys hard. Love me hard back. And we'll speak soon. Take care.